Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Tim, and today we're continuing our playthrough of Silent War 2.0 with the IJN expansion. Campaign number 3, Turning the Tide. We are starting on week 3 of March 1944. Alright, I didn't summarize our results at the end of the previous episode, so let's take a look at where we're currently at. We've sunk 577 ships for a total of 1,579,000 tons. We've lost 74 subs, and our Wolfpack experience is at 6. There was, I did go back and check. I know at one point I said something about, I realized when I think it was the S-47 maybe. I forget, one of the S boats, when I started resolving their combat, I started flipping over 4 ship markers on the combat display, just out of habit from doing so many Gatos and Balaus and so forth. I did go back and check the video. There weren't any other instances where I made that faux pas, so I think we were good there. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here with the war event phase. So as always, 0 to 3 on the black die will give us a war event. And we got one, and it's 0 is the war event. So let's see what that is. War period 3. Oh, here we go. I was wondering if this was going to happen. If the date is not October 1943 or later, conduct relegation to training duty instead. Just some of my notes for future edits to this here. It is October 1943 or later. So we will do special mission, End of the Aleutians campaign. The player must deploy 12 submarines to Aleutians and Kurils. Only contacts with TF results are used. Following this event, Dutch Harbor Submarine Base is closed, and all remaining S-boats, S1 and S3 classes, are relegated to training duty, removed from play. If any damaged submarines are at Dutch Harbor, we do have one, they remain there until they are repaired normally. This is a one-time only event. Okay, good. We're not going to lose. I mean, that's an S. I don't think that really matters because it's an S sub, so it's going to get removed anyway. So I guess we could technically continue to roll to see if they get repaired, but then as soon as they do, they're going to get relegated to training duty. So I think I'm just going to pull them off. All right, interesting. So I will put, I'm thinking, excuse me, is there a second? Yeah, we do have more than one SMZ. I mean, these aren't technically special mission zones, but I'm going to put these out here just as an indicator that we have to deploy 12 submarines to there if we can. Man, that means we're going to have to pull all these. That one from the Sea of Japan. These guys are all transit, so we don't have to worry about those. But yeah, that's going to kind of hamper our plans. Well, let's see. We already have 1, 2, 3. We got no new ones coming out. 4, 5. So there are 5 there. Oh man, that means our wolf pack has to go up there. Oh, that's terrible. Oh well. So yeah, that's going to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So looks like we're going to be able to get 11 into there. Oh well. So that is our war event. Again, we're nowhere close to checking for torpedo improvement, so we can skip over that. Intelligence and weather event phase. So we're doing ultra roll, a 9. Let's see where that's going to be. Sea of Japan and North Philippine Sea. So here and here. Once again, because we're in March, no weather roll. Yeah, so that will take us to the Triple R segment. All right, all these that are ship side go ready for sea. We'll roll for the swordfish and whoever's underneath them. So swordfish needs a 4 or less. Nope. And the gudgeon needs a 5 or less. No. For our submarine bases, we have the haddock that goes ready for sea. We need to roll for the thresher. They need a 5 or less. Nope. And then the gunnel and the robolo. Black die for the gunnel, white die for the robolo. They each need a 5 or less. And neither one of them make it. Wow. Okay, then we have repairs. Well, we'll go ahead and see if these guys get out. But like I said, it doesn't really matter. They're going away soon. They do. So that solves that problem. And then here we've got, we really want to get him out. That's the Greenling with Grider. So they need an 8 or less. Yes. And then the Redfin needs a 6 or less. Nope. And the Rattan needs a 4 or less. Yes. Good deal. All right. Well, I skipped over reinforcement, but obviously no reinforcements for week 3, and all of our ones that we're returning have, or being withdrawn, I mean. So prep for operations. Move all of these guys up. Got one super skipper there ready to get some stuff done here this week. Kind of disappointed we gotta send our wolf pack up there into the Coral Islands, but I guess it's going to be some serious congregating risk there too. Probably end up sending these over to the Aleutians to free up some space in there. All right, that is that. So now we're ready for operations segment. All right, let's get all these returning subs back. So this is the angler. They weren't able to dock at the Fulton last week, so they have to go back to Pearl and then roll for damage. Five is going to be light, so they will go to repair box 1. Let's see, same with the Ray. Roll for their damage. Ah, superficial, nice. Okay, and we've got these guys up here that can return to Dutch Harbor. The S33 and S31. So I think we're just going to pull them off. There's no point rolling for their damage. They would have to roll for damage, and anything other than superficial, they go to repair box 1, but I don't see any point in doing that. So we'll just pull them out off to training duty. Okay, then we've got, let's see, these guys weren't able to get into the Bushnell last time, so they're going to have to go. I mean, we could send them all the way back to Pearl, but I think we'll just send them down to Fremantle. The Silver Sides. No transit event checks needed because only one red box. I think you guys know that by now. All right, let's see what their damage situation is. 5 is going to be light, so they will go to repair box 1 at Fremantle. I'm just going to go ahead and pull S46 out of here as well. Let me just check, because we do have some S boats at sea too. Let me see what that relegation to training duty actually says. Remove from play, they may be at sea or a base and may be under repair. Not counted as sunk. Player is not required to remove any submarine. The sub's lost marker at 50 or higher. Yeah, so normally the relegation to training duty, it just says remove 3 submarines from play. So I don't know if they just immediately get removed, if they get to do one last patrol and then come back, or, you know, do they have to actually transit back and all that stuff, risking possibly getting sunk? I would think so, but this makes it sound like you just pull them off. So I don't know, I might try to get some clarification on that before we, because like for example right here we got the S44. Do they get to patrol this turn and then RTB back to actually I guess they could go to the Bushnell and then come off, or do they have to, you know, whatever, or do we just pull them off right now? Anyway, we've got a couple over here that can go into the Bushnell. They have 3 there now with 1 coming out, so they got plenty of room for the 2 of them. And again, cautious transit, only 1 red box, no transit event check needed. All right, we've got some damaged ones here, so let's see the Rasher. Let's see if they can get into here. Needs to be superficial, so 0 to 2. Yes, nice. And what else? Got these ones in the yellow C. They're not going to be able to get anywhere though. So I think we'll hold off on them. Meaning they're not going to be able to get to a forward base. So I think we'll hold them till later after we make some room here. These guys, we're going to have a lot of subs wanting to get back to the Sperry from the Coral Islands, so I think we'll hold off sending anybody else there. They can't reach that anyway, but they can reach either the Fulton or the Bushnell. So right now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at the Bushnell, so they can take one more. We've got 3 at the Sperry. Or no, sorry, it's the Sperry that's going to be, we need to leave room for. So we got 2 currently at the Fulton, but they're both coming out this turn. Yeah, I think we can go ahead and send these guys. Who is that? That's a Below and 2 Belows. We'll go ahead and send them back to the Fulton. And the usual, well, this one will get back automatically. This one will have to roll to see if they can. And the usual spiel about transit side, 1 red box, blah, blah, blah. All right, so they're at the Fulton. And then we need to roll for the other one there. See if they can get in. They cannot. That was the bowfin. All right. Yeah, so that just leaves those which we're holding off on. So I think that's everybody. These guys are still outbound. So we may, well, I guess depending on what happens here, because we'll probably, well, they have to move into there. So yeah, and then these 2 can move into here. So we'll probably end up sending them into the, in fact, we should probably do that before this gets super crowded. So let's go ahead and send these guys. It's the Parsh and the Bang. A couple of our newer subs. So we'll send them over. They're going to have -1 for being on transit side, but +2 for entering the Sea of Japan. So a net +1, with this being the governing op area. So 7 through 9. We'll trigger another roll. Nope. And they will patrol their next turn. And then the same thing for the Bang. Safe. Almost an 8. Okay. So that's that. So yeah, I guess I need to see if I can get an answer to this S boat question to know if these guys actually patrol and then go back. Same for this one. Or do we just pull them off immediately? I think the S47 is floating out here somewhere too. they were still around. Maybe they're not there. Not there. Not sure what happened to the S47. But in any event, I think I'll break here and see if I can find an answer to that question. All right, be back later. Okay, so I did some looking on Board Game Geek and found that someone had asked a similar question about this a few years ago on, both in the original Silent War BGG forum, and then also it referenced a Consom World post of basically the same question. And Brian had responded to it back then. And basically the question revolved around the person who posted the original question had noticed that in the Steel Wolves rules, which I've printed out here, this 19.13 section got added that addresses how to handle transit event checks for removals due to either training duty, relegation to training duty event, or withdrawal for refit. And basically what it says to do is conduct transit movement and all of the associated transit event checks until it reaches a base, and basically you do all of them in the current turn so that you don't have to remember that it's being withdrawn, which that I've been using the double, at least for withdrawals for refit. I've been using the double RTB marker to remind myself of that, but it looks like according to this rule, which in a nutshell, then Brian basically said, yeah, we should be using this rule in Silent War as well. In fact, he mentioned that he was planning on adding it to the reprint, but it looks like it got overlooked to get added into 2.0. But so in effect, we're going to be doing multiple RTB movements until the sub gets back to a base. But then I subsequently also, what wasn't asked was whether subs that were at sea that were being withdrawn or relegated to training duty could perform a patrol that turn. And of course, you probably know that in the 2.0 or in the 2.1 rules, I don't remember if this was in 2.0 or not, if we clarified it in 2.1. But it does specify, at least for withdrawals for refit, that this was in section 8. Yeah, here it is. It's talking about the reinforcement phase. It does mention here that in the section on withdrawals, that a submarine being withdrawn that is at sea on its patrol side may conduct search and contact and combat prior to being marked for involuntary RTB. So basically they get one last week on patrol before they have to come back. And then they start returning, of course, the following week. Although using this Steel Wolves rule, they would actually then, immediately after doing the combat, conduct multiple transit moves to get back to a base just to see if anything happens to them on the way back. So I didn't see an answer to that aspect of it, so I emailed Brian directly and asked about that. And basically, he's in agreement that we should probably keep that consistent to work this same way for subs being withdrawn for being relegated to training duty, which also applies to this End of the Aleutians campaign event. So that's the way I'm going to play it, is those subs, because the other question I had then was, would these subs count toward the 12 that you're required to send to the Curls and the Aleutian Islands as a result of the war event? And because if they didn't, that would be a huge burden to try to get 12 other subs up there. And he agreed that, especially since you're only looking at task force results for that would be fine to have them patrol that turn, count toward the 12 subs that you have to send for the war event, and then follow the Steel Wolves procedure then for actually getting back to base, doing those multiple, what would normally take several weeks potentially to return to base, just compressing that down and having it all happen that turn, so you don't have that bookkeeping aspect there to have to remember each week. So that's the way I'm going to do it. Plan is to, we're still, and actually just got the green light to begin updating the scenario book to 2.1. So we've got quite a few corrections / clarifications to be made there. So I'll make sure that this gets included in there as part of the relegation to training duty / end of the Aleutians campaign event. Basically, anytime that subs are being withdrawn as a result of a war event, we'll make sure we cover that in the scenario book. All right, so with that, let's go ahead and start knocking these out. The one interesting thing too then is, since they won't be RTBing this turn, I guess, because they're going to patrol. I was going to say, it would, if we could do the combat and move out on the same turn, that would alleviate the congregating risk, but that's not going to be the case. So I think what we want to do is, we'll obviously just have these three patrol here. Originally we had intended to send them over there, but since we got all these other ones that are going to have to come up into here, I don't want to do that. So we're going to do these three here, and probably send both of these two over here as well. And that way this will be empty for all the other subs that have to come into there. All right, so let's start with the, excuse me, the S41. So we'll do a search and contact roll for them. And remember, only task force results can be used, so we're going to need an 8 or a 9 on the white die. So that's a nothing. And there's no need to do an endurance check, since these guys are going to have to RTB. And actually, yeah, I guess it said, according to the Steel Wolves rules, we do that in the current turn. Not sure. See, that aspect of it I'm not so keen on personally. I think it would be best to have them just do the moves over several turns like we do for the withdrawals. And certainly not RTB this turn. But it says they get, see, because they're supposed to be removed, so they're supposed to just be gone now. Let me give that a little think. Yeah, after thinking it over a little bit and reflecting on what we've already written here with withdrawals, which I'd prefer to have these work the same way rather than having one be one way and the other a different way. So based on what we've written here, the submarines are involuntarily RTBing, which means these ones that are already at sea on their patrol side, they wouldn't actually start performing the RTB movement until the following turn after doing search and contact and combat. So I think this should work the same way, even though it's going to involve a little bit more bookkeeping, so to speak, to keep track of the subs that are being withdrawn or relegated to training duty. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and move them to the done section and mark them with an involuntary RTB marker. And then next turn they will move to base and be removed from the game. And I'm thinking probably since Dutch Harbor is being shut down, we probably need to RTB them to Pearl Harbor for that, would be my thinking, rather than just the nearest base. Because if they're being sent off to training duty, I assume that's where they would need to go. All right, so let's continue on here. So S40. Search and contact. Again, we're needing at least an 8 on the white die to get a task force result, so that's nothing. And I think even if we were to roll like a loner result or a sub v sub, that would still be ignored because it's not a task force. All right, S42. I have a feeling we're going to have very few contacts here. Well, that one was, nope, I'm looking at the wrong die. I was going to say that one was close, but that's the black die. That would have been something normally. It would have been a sparse. That's the other thing. We need at least a 7 in the Aleutians to find anything. But that's not a task force. So, again, that is ignored. So they go down here. RTB marker. And we're going to patrol move these guys over. There's no red box here, so they don't have to do a transit event check. And we will do a search and contact for them. No. Okay, and then we'll also patrol move the S32 over here. Again, no red box, so even though there's congregating risk, it doesn't matter because there's no transit event check. Now, it will matter for search and contact. That's going to give us a -1, I believe, to our search and contact roll. Yeah, -1 or more for congregating risk, so it's going to be even less likely. Now we need an 8. At least an 8 on both dice. Nope. All right. Next, we will. Oops. I think we'll do our wolf pack next because we want them to be least likely to suffer from the congregating risk. Let's see. Transit event. So they get -1 for being part of a wolf pack. So they will not have to roll for a transit event either, because I just noticed something. I don't think the runner is supposed to be down here. Didn't do anything with them yet this turn, did we? I'll double check on that, but I think I just missed them moving stuff up to the top. All right, so no transit event check for them. We'll do a search and contact. We have the option of deploying as either a barrier or a what is it? Barrier or I forget now. I have to look this up. It's been a while since I've done a wolf pack. Group or barrier, that's what it is. So if we deploy them as a group, we just do a single roll, and they'll either all find something or all not find something. If we do group, then we do a barrier. I mean, we do a separate roll for each. We still do a single roll, but with a +2 die roll modifier. But then only one sub is assumed to have made contact, and the others have to roll a 0 to 5 in order to also participate. So I think we'll just do a group. I mean, we're going to have to roll a task force anyway for them to get anything. So it's a group wolf pack search and contact roll, and they did not. So they found nothing. So now they also, or no, they don't have to come back because they're not being withdrawn. It's just the S boats that have to be pulled out, I'm pretty sure, or they have to return to base. Excuse me. Let's see. Following this event, Dutch Harbor is closed. All remaining S boats are relegated to training duty. Any damaged submarines, yeah. So they can still stay out potentially. So we'll need to do an endurance check for them. I don't think they get any bonus for being a wolf pack to that. No. Oh, they each have to roll individually, and then if any of them fail, then basically the wolf pack will get disbanded. So, but we do get a -1 because they encountered no enemy contact. So let's see who we got here. Let me just pull them down here to make this easier. All right, so we got the Tarpon, unfortunately, which is a C rating. So they're going to need a 6 or less. Oh, come on. I cannot keep a wolf pack out for more than 1 week, it seems. The Golay is an A rating, so they need an 8 or less. There's my 6 or less. And then the Pampanito will also need an 8 or less. Yeah, look at that. Just needed to roll them in any other order than the order I chose. All right, so they're disbanded. Wolfpack marker comes off. And they will all be there. Oh, you know what? I might run out of the... Well, I'll be able to remember because it's all the S boats. Because say I might not have enough RTB markers to double up on all those guys. Let's see. I guess next we'll send the Blackfish into there. They will need to do a transit event check, but only on a 9. Will it matter? Nope. And then search and contact for them. Nope. They find nothing either. So they're an A rating, so they also need an 8 or less to stay out. They do. Sure, everyone else rolls a 2. The other one had to roll a 7. Okay, now we're at 4 subs. So we're going to start having congregating risk here for these last 2. Let's do the Steelhead next, I guess. Well, they get a +2 because they're leaving the Sea of Japan, and another +1 for congregating risk. But fortunately, we don't have to use this as the governing op area. This is. So it's a +3, which means a 6 through 9. Could be problematic. Safe. Search and contact. Can they find a task force? Ooh, they do. 8-8. That's going to be a moderate density task force. 2, 2, 3, and 4. All right. Why couldn't my wolf pack have found this? That would have been awesome. Well, we're going to have them set up over here in column D. I would love to find the tie-ho again. All right, we're going to go cautious attack posture. Let's start up here. Oh, look at that. We found her. Second one. Ooh, very nice. And let's go this one. Ooh. Okay, now there are none of those. Or no, sorry. There are CLs. There's no CAs. My mistake. All right, this is perfect. And we found the Tatsuta. All right, let's see if we can sink the tie-ho here. Well, a 0 isn't the greatest, but at least it wasn't that -2. Oh, there's our, or that +2, I mean. There's the -2 we needed up there. Should have put them on the opposite direction. All right, so no ASW. We're an 8. So this one's going to be a 2. This one would be a 3. This one would be a 5. Man, I got to go for the tie-ho, right? Even though it's much lower odds. I feel like I do. I mean, this is a 60% chance to hit that, though. Yep, we're going for the tie-ho. We need a 2 or less. We rolled a bunch of 2s just recently here, so let's do it again. 9-9. Wow. Well, at least it wouldn't have mattered who I picked. Okay. Now they do get a counterattack because the tie-ho is aircraft capable. So that's going to be a half. Rounds up to 1 + 1 + 3. Makes 5. Not shallow water. We're a 4, so they'll be on the 1 to 2 row with a -1 because we went cautious. Nothing. Oh boy. Yeah, I want another crack at it. We're going to stay cautious, though. Just hope we get lucky here. We'll try this one. Ooh. Well, let's see what it is, and then we'll decide if we want to unflip it. That's the Umakazi 2 ASW. Yeah, I think we got to unflip that, right? See, I don't like that the back of this thing is off center like that, because now I know whenever I see one like that, I'm going to be, oh, that might be a destroyer. So here's another one off center like that too. Well, now we got to flip all three of these, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, cruiser. Those are gone. So it just gets removed and nothing drawn in its place, if I remember correctly. Depletion. Yep, no IJN set replacement is drawn. SW counters return to the cup. Well, but it still counts as a flip, as far as I know. So that's one. Ooh, there's another destroyer. Hopefully we get something lower than a 2 this time. Oh yes, the Yuzuki half. And then, ooh, sweet, another carrier. So that's going to be either the Chitose or the Chiyoda. I think those are both the conversion ones, right? So we'll do even for the Chitose, odd for the Chiyoda. It's even. That goes in cup C. All right. Get another crack here. A little bit tougher because of the ASW, but that's going to be counteracted by the -1 for the reattack round, so should be about the same. We just need to get a better TDC on the Taiho there. Let's put this first one over here this time. Oops, got 2 of them. All right, 0 there. Disappointing. Looks like this is going to be our best shot again. Boy. I have to settle for going after this one instead this time. Well, let's see what we got. These all get -1 to them. So this one is, I mean, basically that -1 is going to cancel out. So we'll just treat them as if they're the same and there's no ASW. So same difference. So this one's a 4. So he's a 4 to hit. Oh, this one's now a 6. So that's going to be a 2 to hit. 7, so that's a 1 to hit now. Whoops. And then over here, he'll get boosted by 1 for going over a column, so he's a 4 to hit as well. Yeah, I think we need to try this one this time. Watch me roll a 1-9. We're going after the Chitose. We need a 4 or less. Yes. Oh, but that 2's not going to be good enough, is it? 2 becomes a 3, but they're 13,000 tons. Damaged. Man. So they're damaged. And that does mean their ASW is nullified for the counterattack. So we've just got 1 again. Half plus a half plus 1 plus 3 is 5. minus our 4 defense is the 1 to 2 row. Modifiers cancel this time because we're cautious, and it's the reattack round. So just a straight roll on the 1 to 2 row. And 0 again. Wow. All right. We need to do our endurance check, and then we'll need to roll to see how long the Chitose is going to be out of commission. So we're an A rating. We're not damaged. We didn't go aggressive, so it's just a straight roll here, 7 or less. Yes. Yeah, I would have loved to have my wolf pack in on that. Wow. All right, now we need to see what happens to the Chitose. How long they're going to be out for repairs. Because we are using the optional damage table and repair capacity tracking rule. They were 13,000 tons, so we're going to be rolling on this 3rd row here. It'll tell us how many months they're going to be out. Ooh, 8. It's going to be a while. 6 months. They'll be in repairs, so they'll come back the 7th month. So we're going to put them up on the turn track here. So they'll be in repair 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months and come back with the Caillo in October. All right, the last sub that we can get into here is going to be the Capellan. So they will have +1 to their transit event check because of congregating risk. Ooh, they do have to roll again. 0.8 is going to be nothing though. War period 3. Oh no, it's not spotted. They are spotted. I just assumed the 0 row was all fine and dandy, but those last couple spots are still spotted. All right, now search and contact. And they did not find a task force, so endurance check, A rating, didn't find anything, so 8 or less. And they get to stay out. And we'll roll to see if they lose their spotted marker. And they do. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take these off now since we've satisfied the conditions there for the war event to the extent possible. All right, I guess while we're up here, we might as well go ahead and do the Sea of Japan. Got a couple of subs here that can make it up into there. The halibut. So they will have a +2 to their transit event check. 1 is fine. Search and contact with a +1 since it's an ultra area. 6-5 is low density, or no, sorry, I was looking at war period 4. Moderate density, 5 is going to be a large convoy. So moderate density, large convoy, and we add 1 to each of these, so 3, 4, 2, 2. All right. I don't like the look of that. I think we'll just try column D again. We'll go cautious. See what these are. Ooh, a battleship. Sea of Japan. We can find anything up here. Well, except possibly 68,000 tonners, they have some additional restrictions with the IJN rules. Let's see what we find. We can get another crack at the Issei. Oh, it is. It's the Yamato. So we need to check. That little flag there tells us there's a special IJN specific rule for them, which I've printed out on a little sheet here. 43 and 44, that can only be encountered in the East China Sea, South China Sea, North Philippine Sea, Marianas, and the Carolinas. Well, poo. Don't like that. If drawn outside, remove the counter, return it to the IJN set BB pile. No ship is drawn in its place. And any assigned TDC is lost. So that's just a wasted flip. Then it still counts as one of our flips. Oh, the Taiho again. I promise I did shuffle them up before drawing. And what are you doing over there in column C, you little 1,000 ton merchant? All right. We got another good chance here if we can get a decent TDC marker here. Let's save them for last this time. I'm sure that'll backfire. That's probably going to be our best one. Nope. Well, hopefully it's not our best one. Okay, there's a 0. Come on. Okay, 0. I guess I'll take it. 2 or less. Yeah, we're not gonna waste our time with you. 2 or less. Come on. We had the damage roll too. All right, counterattack, 1/2 rounds up to 1. There are 2 red boxes in the Sea of Japan. And another 3 makes 6. It's not shallow. So it's -4 makes it the 1 to 2 row. With the -1 because we are cautious. 1 is nothing. All right, we'll stay cautious. I don't see any reason to try any split shot shenanigans here. We're gonna have to flip this one over. Hopefully it's another innocuous. Yes. All right. Perfecto. Come on, give me a -3 this time. I'll even settle for a -2. Because it would be a -3. Alrighty. Oh, there's a -2. Can we get 2 of them? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Should have switched it back up. Done this one first. Oh, man. Well, it's a 2. It's a +2, which means I could hit it on a 0. Or 1 + 1 is 2, -3, that's a -1. That's an auto hit. And this is 2 + 1 It's 3, so that's a 5. Man. Gotta try, right? I gotta try. Need a 0. Oh, yes! Oh, man. Woo-hoo! The halibut sinks the CV Taiho with a 0-9 roll. This is week 3, March 44. Halibut CV Taiho, 30,000 tons. Yes. That and that to the pile of shame. One ship, 30,000 tons. Whoops. 1, 2, 3. This goes up. Puts us at 2,609,000 tons. Oops. Put that upside down. Oh boy. Very exciting. All right, and with that, no counterattack. So, endurance check for the halibut. Needs a 7 or less to be able to stay up there in the Sea of Japan. Yes. All right. Next up, we've got the Pacuda. +2 to the transit event check. So 6 through 9. Yep. Uh-oh. 9-0. I think that 0 saved us. Yes. No event. All right. Search and contact for the Pacuda with +1 because it's an ultra area. 3-1. It is something. It's going to be a low density small convoy. And with the extra ships in each column that has a number, 332. All right, this one is too far. Oh boy. I'm just going to set up in column C. Gives me the option to move away from this if it turns out to be nasty. And we'll go cautious. Okay. They do not have any of those left, so that just goes back to the cup. And 2 more. Combat event. 7. Let's see. That is... Ooh, don't like that one. Counterattack combat. So the counterattack will occur first. Let's see if there's even anything that will counterattack. There is. Well, maybe not. Because that was our second flip, right? So this is our third flip. We could unflip it and flip that instead, which we would probably do. Let's see what it is. Yeah, and with that counterattack combat event, that negates the possibility of using the targeting and escort rule. It's the Hatsushimo. We will unflip him and flip this one instead. Another destroyer. Okay. Well, this patrol just wasn't meant to be, it looks like. Hopefully it's something low. There we go. The Sanae. Cut B. All right, so I think if I remember right, we have to do up through the we do 1411 through 1415, then we skip to the counterattack round, then resume the attack. And I believe that's the up to the point of placing TDC markers, if I remember correctly. 14.11. Yeah, 14.11 is placing the sub, which we've already done. Declaring attack posture, which we've already done. Revealing ships, which we've already done, and placing TDC markers, which we have not done. And then I think actually choosing your target, right? Your target either revealed or face down. Once they're all placed, then let me move. No, 14-15 is when you reveal them. Okay, so yeah, we don't. I guess we don't even reveal them. I just said. It did say through 14.14, right? Or through 14.15. So you do reveal them and then declare your targets. Yeah, that's right. Because you could potentially, if you end up targeting a face down, you could end up revealing additional ASW for the pre-counterattack. All right, so we place these, reveal them, and then declare our targets. And see, that one had like a, what was it, like a 7 defense or something? 6 defense. Yeah, so we'll be, well, I guess they're actually equal. But if we declare this as our target, then that will get revealed. And we'll participate in this first counterattack. So we're going to target this one. And, oops, kind of bent my combat event table up a little bit there, sticking my elbow on it. All right, so then at this point, we do the counterattack and then finish resolving our attack. So they've got a half, rounds up to 1. 2 red boxes, 3 for the war period makes 6. We have 5 defense, so 1 to 2 row. We're cautious, so -1 modifier. 7 becomes 6. 6 on the 1 to 2 row is nothing. All right, so now we can do our attack. So they're 5 plus 1 for the ASW, plus 1 for being over a column, is 7. Minus 1 for the TDC is 6. We're an 8. So we need a 2 or less. Oh, we got them. Nice. So the Pacuda gets the DD. I mean, I hate to see this one go out of the mix, to be honest, but Sanae, 1,000 tons. To the pile of shame. And one more ship. Let's do the tonnage first. I'll go to there. One more ship. We will not be hanging around. So endurance check, A rating, we need a 7 or less. Got it. Okay, that'll do it for the Sea of Japan. I'm going to actually pause here and go back and double check what the deal is here with the runner, because I'm going to do this. Oh, we'll probably have them go into here actually, but I'm going to resolve that next. So let me check on that and I'll be back. All right, yeah, I did indeed just simply forget to move them up to the operating section there during the prep for operations step, so we're all good there. So they are going to patrol move over into the Empire Pacific. Let's see, let's make sure we do want to do that. We got 1, 2, 3. We got like 5 subs there though that need to come down out of the Kuril Islands. There's not much room for them to go over here either. So do we want to do that? Or do we just want to have them patrol there? I think maybe we'll just have them patrol there. All right, so search and contact in the Bonans for the runner. 8-7. It's going to be moderate density, large convoy. 2311. All right, a couple of no solutions here. Evading, of course, in column A. And too fast in column B. Yeah, see, and here's what I'm talking about. That's one of those offset counterbacks. And I know at least one of them is a destroyer, so it makes me kind of leery about that. Don't like the fact that I know that. But in any case, I was thinking anyway that I would set up here, since we got a few red balls here in the vicinity. And I think we'll go ahead and go standard. So we'll be flipping all 4 of these no matter what. So we found an auxiliary. Let's see, we're down to just 6 of these now, so maybe we should do a roll. I think we did that last time. Actually, we can leave the Michael out, so we actually only have 5. Let's get these lined up here. And we'll just do 0, 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth. So that's going to be the second one, which is the AL Tamatsu Maru. We have to see if we're allowed to find that here in the Bonans. And we are not. So removed. No ship drawn in its place. And that was column C, yep. Okay, so that just leaves the rest of these. Destroyer. Again, we can't unflip. That one's way off center on the front. Fortunately, the back seems to be fairly well centered. Almost looks like, I know we replaced all the, yeah, it's just an optical illusion. It makes it look like it's narrower too because of that, but it's the same width as the other counters. There was some problems. Some of the original counters on the counter sheet, but they replaced those. Yeah, so anyway, let's get a replacement for that. And it's the Kasumi. And we have, ooh, nice, a 7,000 ton merchant. That would be a nice prize. And another destroyer, of course. Oh, good. The Asakaze. All right, not too terrible. So slide this over a bit since we're focusing here on columns A and B. Alrighty, +1 there, don't care, +2 there, don't care, -1, there we go. All right, so they've got 2.5 ASW, that's gonna round up to 3, which makes him a 6, -1 is a 5, we're an 8, so we need a 3 or less. Oh, look at that. 6 becomes 7. Plenty for a 7,000 ton ship. And the runner gets a 7,000 ton merchant. Be sad to see that one leave the Warmucks potentially when we redo it here next month. All right, that goes back to column B. And we get another ship. Let's do the tons first again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this will roll over, which moves that up to there. Okay. Now the counterattack. 2.5 rounds up to 3. 1 red box, 3 for the war period. Makes 7 minus our 4 defense. It's going to be the 3 to 4 row. No modifier. 4 should be fine. 3 to 4. Yep. And then A rating 7 or less for the endurance check. Nice. Okay, we are going to have we'll probably do this ultra area next. That's going to pull in these can. Okay, we can do patrol moves through here, but probably don't want to pile up too heavily in there. I am thinking at least sending these 2 into there along with the 3 that are there. So yeah, let's do that. So the rock, search and contact with a +1. 4-9 is a sparse task force. Then we get the ship bonus, so 2-2-3-4. All right, we're just going to go straight for the throat here again. Cautious posture. Ooh, aircraft, okay. Carrier, nice. No, it won't be the Taiho. Well, actually, it's only one thing it can be. The Chiyoda. And let's go for this one. Ooh, destroyer. Do we want to risk unflipping that? We do have a red ball over here we could potentially flip instead. Let's see what comes up. If it's a half, then it's not going to make any difference. Well, it would for the counterattack, but not for our attack. Oh, it's a 7-2. Yikes. The Kishinami. Man. Yeah, let's try unflipping it. Let's see what this is. Don't be a diligent. Oh, okay. Another destroyer. Well, we got another chance at getting something lower this time at least. There we go. The Unagi. Alrighty. Yeah, this might just be a one and done shot here. So things could get pretty ugly if we have to flip over 3 more. I'm going to put 2 more of these down, so I guess we'll go one over here and one down here. Don't like to see that. We cannot use the targeting and escort rule here because there's an aircraft present. Pretty sure that's a nullifying condition. Yes, it is. So yeah, let's see if we can get a shot on that carrier. They've got 1 ASW, 3 + 1 + 1 from the TDC is 5. We're an 8, so we need a 3 or less. Nope. For the counterattack, they're going to have 1.5 because they get to kick in their aircraft for that. So that's going to be 2 plus 1 red box. 3 for the war period makes 6. Not shallow, so we subtract 4 for our defense. 1 to 2 row. -1 for cautious. 6 should be fine. Yes, even the 7 would have been fine. All right. Yeah, and we just withdraw at this point, I think. So we need 7 or less. Ooh, just made it. Nice job, Dwayne. All right, the Grayling. Search and contact with a +1. 3, 7. Ooh, just made it. Sparse, large convoy. 2, 3, 2, 2. Okay, I think for the Grayling, we're just going to set up here and go standard posture. See if we can just flip over these red balls and find all good stuff. Well, nope. We'll place that. And do we want to flip it over or not? Unflip it, I should say. The Yamakaze. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, come on. We're going to find all of the red ball destroyers here, it looks like. Hopefully none of them are Diligence. That one's the Karyukaya. I don't think we've seen that one very often, if at all. Then we have, okay, there's a Merchant and a Merchant. And then which one? Oh boy. Let's try this. Shoot. That is the Kasumi. Alrighty. See if we can get something here. I don't think it's going to be worth sticking around for either of those. Come on. All right, -1, +2, -2, -2. There we go. Well, they've got 2.5 is going to round up to 3. So this would be 2 + 3 is 5, +1 for being over a column is 6, -2 is 4. 4 to hit that. This guy, if we target him, we ignore his 2. He's got 6 + 1. +1 is 8. -2 is 6. That would be a 2. No thanks. I mean, it would be nice because it would take 2 ASW away from the counterattack, but 1 + 3 is 4, + 2 is another 6, so that's also a 2. And then this guy would be 5 + 2, we ignore his, is 7, -1 is 6, so he would also be a 2. So a bunch of 2s and a 4. Yeah, why not? Let's try to take that destroyer out. Need a 2 or less. Look at that. Yes. The Grayling. the DD. That is one I'm happy to get out of the mix. Kasumi. 2,000 tons. And that was as good as either of those merchants tonnage-wise, so why not, right? Now we have a much less fierce counterattack to face. 2,000 tons, one more ship. All right, so we're looking at half rounds up to 1. 1 red box, 3 for the war period is 5. We have 3 defense, 1 to 2 row, and no modifier. 5 is fine. Yeah. I mean, we know that's a destroyer. This could very well be a diligent escort. We're only looking at a couple of dinky merchants here to go after. Yeah, I think we just call it a day here. So they're a B rating. They did not go aggressive, so they need a 6 or less. Made it. Just out of curiosity, what was this? Oh, it was a carrier, actually. Wow. Maybe we should have stuck around. Oh, that would have been another destroyer, though. Yeah, it would have been kind of rough. All right, but we made our decision. Then we have the whale. Search and contact with a +1. 8-1 is a moderate density small convoy, which will become 432. Okay, this one is evading, we know, and also evading. Let's see, I think we'll try the same trick. Hopefully it works a little bit better. Although we did manage to bag a destroyer last time, so yeah, so we'll start there and go standard. Let's see this one first. Oh my. The Tamanami. Yeah, we're definitely unflipping him. Let's go here next. Come on. Not this again. The Nokaze. Combat event, okay. 9. I think that's a good one. Yes, indeed. Combat. So there will be no counterattack, and we get to do a free extra attack. So we basically get 2 attacks in round 1. And no counterattack. Okay. Man. I kind of want to do this one because it could potentially be something really good. Although last time we had a carrier in column B. I guess that's a possibility. Oh, something got messed up here. CV. Yep, there's a CV10T in column B. But then this would be the safer pick because we know it can't be a diligent escort. So let's live on the edge a little here. Another destroyer. At least we'll get 2 cracks at this in the first round. And I don't believe we can change columns or change posture between those attacks. The Yuzuki. All right. Wait a minute. Where's our... We need to reveal 4, right? Oh, right. 1 was a combat event. Duh. I was like, we shouldn't have to reveal another one, I don't think, but why is there only 3 showing? We'll do it like that. Oh, come on. Well, maybe we go after another destroyer here, huh? Excuse me. So if we target him, we ignore his ASW, he'll get 1 from that guy. So he's a 7 minus 2 is a 5. 3 to hit. Here we're looking at 1.5 rounds up to 2, 3, 4, plus 3 is 7. So that's a 1. No, thank you. We assume this is 1. So 1 plus 2 is 3, minus 3 is 0. So this one's theoretically an 8 to hit. But then it could end up being worse than that, obviously. But I guess if it's a diligent, that could be really nasty. But if it's a carrier again, oh man, I think we just go after this guy. Again, it'll take a little bit of the teeth out of their counterattack. So we need a 3 or less. Nope. Wouldn't have mattered. Whatever we picked was going to be a miss there. So counterattack is going to be 2 plus 1 plus 3 is 6. Minus 4 defense is 2. 1 to 2 row with no modifier. Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing? There is no counterattack, dummy. Combat event occurred. So for the second attack, we do reveal more ships. And place new TDC markers. Like I said, I don't think we can change posture, so we're going to get all of this now. Yikes. Good thing there's no counterattack. We already know what this is. Look at that. 4 destroyers and an aircraft. All to try to get a 2,000-ton merchant. Gee, I wonder if we should stay around for the counterattack or a reattack. The Suzuki, another big dog. Hang on, where are all these going? This one was from C. This is from B. Okay. Now there's an aircraft. I was just about to say, since this is technically still the first round, we could, I think, still take advantage of the, well, I don't know. Because there's that other rule where if you're in a wolf pack, once one of the subs makes a shot, then that targeting an escort option isn't available anymore. I imagine the same would apply here. But the fact that there's an aircraft visible now makes that a moot point anyway. No, we're not going to have a chance at these destroyers, but we got to put 4 TDC markers out, so there we go. Remember, this isn't a reattack round, so this doesn't get a -1. Still considered the first round. So yeah, we probably don't have a shot, I'm thinking. 2, 4, 7, 8.5 rounds up to 9. 1 plus 9 is 10, plus being over a column is 11. -1 is a 10. No shot. No shot, no shot, no shot. And again, there's no counterattack, so that's going to be it. We are not sticking around for reattack. That would be insane. So 7 or less for our endurance check. Ooh, just made it. I'm having really good rolls for those endurance checks. So I was thinking, and once I saw that we have the Tang here with Andrews, I'm wondering if maybe we should send him over here to take advantage of this ultra area. Of course, if we keep getting stuff like that, maybe not, but yeah, let's do that. We'll send them over here. And that's going to be a transit event check only on a 9. And then search and contact with a +1. Oh, he's not even going to find anything. 1, 3. He struck out. A rating, didn't find anything. 8 or less. Okay, good. I was going to be kind of upset if my super skipper had to turn right around and go back home again after just finally getting out. All right. I don't know. What do we think? Should we? I don't know if it's worth sending any more in there now that we have congregating risk. I think maybe we just start going here into the East China Sea. Let's send the burrfish up there. So transit event check on a 9. And search and contact. 7-1. It's going to be a moderate density small convoy. 3-2-1. Okay, we got our old friend evading here. Guess is, let's just go here in column A. Yeah. Standard posture. Combat event again. 2 in a row. That's unusual. Oh, and another combat. Sweet. Destroyer. Can't do anything about that. The Asakaze. And a diligent escort, of course. It doesn't say anything about them not getting their counterattack, so I'm assuming they still do. The Natsushio, they become a 5 with the +3. And then they get to roll on the Diligent Escort counterattack row. 1 is nothing. All right, at least we won't have to bother with them counterattacking us anymore, because we will do our 2 hits here in the first round and then skedaddle. Getting 6 ASW help. We need a nice negative TDC there to help us out. All right, so 6 plus 1 is 7, minus 1 is 6, 2 or less. Nope. And then our second attack of the first round, we don't have to reveal anything else because there's nothing else we can reveal. So we're still standard. Again, I don't believe you can change that for each of these attacks. I could be wrong, but that's the way I'm doing it. That's no good. Now we're going to need even lower. 1 plus 6 is 7, so now we need a 1 or less. Nope. No counterattack. We are bugging out. A rating, 7 or less. There we go. Keep that streak going. All right. I think we go ahead and send these 3 up there as well. But before we do, we need to get these guys out of the yellow sea. I think it's okay to do that now. Well, let's figure out what are these 2 guys going to do over here in the Marshall Islands. How many do we have to move back here? Is it 3? Yeah, there's 3 coming back. Yeah, I guess we send them up into the Bonins there. Guess I should have done that while I was over there. But before we do that, let's go ahead and move these 3 out of the LOC, again, they would be doing this one at a time, but they're transit side, and well, there's a +1 though coming out of the LOC, so they are going to have to roll. Yeah, so this will be the governing op area, so we'll do them one at a time. The Haddo, only a 9 will matter. Good. Then we have the Apagon. Again, only a 9. Ooh, uh-oh. 3 and 7. 3, 7. Ooh, just missed getting spotted. And we have the Batfish. Again, only a 9. They're good, and then we'll roll to see if they lose their spotted marker. And they do. And okay, that's it for that. Now I think we will shift back over here to the bone-ins real quick and do the grouper and the harder. So they're going to patrol move into there. 9 for the transit event check, no. Search and contact, 5 and a 4. It's going to be sparse, small convoy, 2 and 1. All right. I think we'll go ahead and take a chance here and go aggressive. Bad move, Tim. We've got the Nokaze again. All right, an auxiliary. Hopefully it's not that IJN Army ship again. We'll roll for it. We've only got 5 possibilities, discounting the Michael, since they can only be encountered on a loner result. We'll do the 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. Didn't want either of those. The Goshu Maru. See if we can finally sync this one. We've seen it a lot. And be something good. No. The Unagi. Just saw them recently too. All right. TDC markers. -1 to these because we're aggressive. Even if it's a -3 already. All right, so we got 1.5 ASW. That's going to round up to 2, makes them a 5. -2 is 3, which makes our 2-hit number a 5. And with our aggressive modifier, we'll hit on a 6 or less. 0, 1. Well, 1 becomes 2. And for 9,000 tons, 2 is a damage result. Counterattack, 1.5 rounds up to 2. 1 red box, 3 for the war period, makes 6. -4 defense. 1 to 2 row with a +1 because we are aggressive. Ooh, don't like that. Ooh, just missed it. 6 becomes 7. All right, we're okay. Do we stay aggressive or do we kick down to standard? You're damaged now, so we only need to damage him again, which means a 1 or higher. The attack results, but we got to hit him first. Yeah, I'm gonna stay aggressive. Might regret it. Oh, come on. Are you serious? Guess it's a good thing I did. That'll knock that down to a +1. So 3 + 2 is 5, +1 is 6, but then -1 because they're damaged is 5. We're in 8, so that's a 3 for the 2-hit number, which means we need to roll a 4 or less. Oops, that was a 2, but it wasn't in the tray. All right, come on, 4 or less. Seriously? All right. Hate to let the damaged ship go like that. We're still on the 1 to 2 row, but this time with a +2 modifier. All right, good. 5 is nothing. We went aggressive, so we need a 6 or less for our endurance check. Good. And then we need to see how long the Goshu Maru is going to be out of commission. So they are 9,000 tons. And we'll be on the second row here. Zero is 0. So they come back next month. So they're really only gonna be out for a week. Well, that was disappointing. All right, let's move the Haruda, or not the Haruda, the Harder, up into there. Can't read. Transit event check. Safe. Search and contact. 8-4. Moderate density, small convoy. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going to go column B here. Standard attack posture. Let's have a look at this one. these two, ooh, nice. Not nice. The Asanagi, so they become 3.5. And they get to do an immediate counterattack on us. And they sink us. Harder. Sunk. Oh boy. All right, what do we got left? We got the Yellow Sea. We got still some more to send up into the East China Sea, so let's finish that. The Archer Fish. Transit event check. Safe. Thought that was a 9 for a second. Search and contact 2-9. I think that's ooh, that's a loner actually. Okay. So single ship from Cup C. Get this cleared off of here. Okay, probably won't be able to do surface gunnery. We need to roll equal to or less than our tactical rating of 4 in order to set up in the same column. We do not. Now we reveal. And turns out it was nothing. Because they don't have any cruisers. So that just gets returned and nothing replaces it. So yeah, that's it. So endurance check, we do get a -1 for encountering a loner. So 8 or less. Well, supposedly encountering a loner. It was a mirage. Okay, the porpoise is. Ooh, do we want to send them up there? Maybe not. That's shallow too. That could be dangerous for them. I think we'll just leave them there. South China Sea 1. Search and contact 3-0. Just managed to find something. Sparse small convoy is going to be 2-1. That's probably just the right size for them. This one's evading, of course. We'll go column A and we'll go aggressive. Nice. Nice. I mean, piddly, but at least we got a clear field here. So we might have a couple of split shot opportunities here, but with only 4 attack rating, maybe not. Zero and -2. All right, so this will be slightly better. 1 + 1 for going over column. That's actually -3, so they're a -1. We're a 5. So that means the 2-hit number is a 6. And we will hit it on a 7 or less. got him. Porpoise. $1,000-ton merchant. One ship, 1,000 tons, rolls this over. And we can reattack, stay aggressive on the other one. Okay, so that becomes a -1. So he is a 0. We're a 5. So 6 or less with our aggressive modifier. Ooh, just barely got him too. 3 becomes 4. Enough to sink it. So another 1,000-ton merchant for the porpoise. Ship, another 1,000 tons. We are a C rating and we went aggressive, so we're going to need a 4 or less. Ooh, got it. Okay, I think I'm okay with sending the sailfish up here. So patrol move for that. Good. And search and contact. 3-6, just barely in there. Sparse. Large convoy. 1-2-1-1. All right. Well, I'm kind of torn between either setting up here in column B or column D. Let's do D. And let's do standard attack posture. That way we have the option to go aggressive in the reattack round, if there is such a one. Ooh, nice. We're in the East China Sea, so we can encounter any, well, except possibly the Yamato class. Let's see. Yes, they can be found in the East China Sea this year, so any battleship can be found here. Nice. And we got the Yamato again. An 11, yikes. I don't think, well, if we get a -3, we'll just be able to hit it if there's no ASW from that guy. Then, ooh, nice, okay. Well, we have a chance. Slim one, but we have a chance. Has to be a -3. Not even close. All right, well, we should have a shot here. 1 + 1 is 2, plus this gets knocked down to a +1. So that's a 3. We're a 7. So the 2-hit number is 4. Aggressive modifier makes us hit on a 5 or less. Nope. All right. Another opportunity. This time a -2 would do it. Staying aggressive, obviously. Or wait, no, we weren't. We just went standard there, didn't we? Right. So we didn't have a shot. There wasn't even a possibility of getting the Yamato. And we actually needed a 4 or less there. So, all right. But now a -2 or a -3 will put it in the realm of possibility. Ooh, yes. Well, you know we got to go for it, even though this is a much better shot. -4, 11 -4 is 7. We're a 7. Actually, we hit it on a 1 or less because we're aggressive. Forgot about that. So, yeah. 1 or less. Come on. We need for 68,000 tons, we're going to need an 8 or a 9 on the white die to sink it. So we need a 1/8 or better. Nope. Even if it was a hit. All right, well, at least we got a shot at it. For our endurance check, we're a B rating, and we did go aggressive there at the end, so we need a 5 or less. Oh, streak ends. Okay, I think let's go ahead and knock out the yellow sea and the kingfish. Not good. 1-3, didn't find anything. So A rating, they'll need an 8 or less. Oh, and they roll a 9. Come on. Really breaking the streak here. All right, that just leaves the snapper and the darter. I think we'll have them move up into the South China Sea 1, get out of that shallow water. We'll do the snapper first. Transit event check, only a 9. Nope. Search and contact. Nothing. They're a B rating, so they need a 7 or less. There we go. Back on track there. And the darter, transit event check. Safe, search and contact. Oh, come on, nothing for them either. They're an A rating, so they need an 8 or less. Good. Well, I'd say it was a mildly successful week. Ship count wasn't that great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But we did get some decent tonnage thanks to the Taiho. But we lost another sub. In fact, I forgot to mark that up here. We're up to 75 subs lost now. All right, that just leaves our ones coming out of our bases. We got nobody coming out of Pearl Harbor. They both failed their readiness check. We do have a couple coming out of Fremantle. Let's see where we want them to go. Thinking probably South China Sea 2. So a little transit move there. No transit event checks needed. Flip over to patrol side. That's the skipjack and the haddock. We've got one coming out of the Bushnell. It's the Seal, a new S1. I think we'll send them over to South China Sea 1. No transit event check needed. We got 2 coming out of the Fulton. And we're going to have 3 coming out of the Sperry. I'd kind of like to send them into the Empire Pacific, but like I said, we got a bunch going to be wanting to move down there out of here, so I think we may have to settle for the Bonins. Even then, that's putting 5 in there. We're going to have to do some shuffling next turn, I think. Yeah, so these 2 we definitely want to keep down low here, I think. They could actually get over to the South Philippine Sea. So I think we'll do that. Oh, there's the S-47. I was just asking about them. So actually, they're not coming out. They're going away. So they were at the... Yeah, so they're coming out of here, so they're just going to RTB back to Pearl Harbor, and then they'll be removed. So we just have the Pike here to worry about, and yeah, we'll send them over here to the South Philippine Sea. No transit event check needed there. Oh, we still got the S-44 to do. I forgot about them. Because they'll get to hit 1 patrol and then have to head back. Now let me finish this first while I'm doing it. We got 3 coming out of the Sperry up here in the North Pacific. And I think we just send them down here to the Bonins. I mean, 2 of them will get there free and clear. Let's do the 2 Balaus for that. And then, well, actually this one will too, because it's only cautious transit. So they were -2. So even with the +1 congregating risk, they still won't have to roll. Yeah, and then let's get back here and see what we want to do with the S-44. I'm thinking we send them up here into the Ultra area. So they will have a +1 to their transit event check for congregating risk. And actually, you know what? The chance to find something is going to be the same because well, it's slightly better up here. They'll find something on a 3 where they wouldn't here. The ultra area is going to be negated by the congregating risk. I'm just thinking we don't really want them to find too many ships anyway because they're only a 322. I think we'll just settle for them patrolling here. So search and contact 7-2. It's going to be a low-density small convoy. Sounds perfect for them. 2, 2, and 1. All right. Well, this could be shooting fish out of a barrel here if these all turn out to be non-warships. We got to remember here we've only got a tactical rating of 2. I thought I might have goofed up on the Porpoise. I realized, wait, they're a P boat. They only have a 2 tactical rating too. But then I went back and checked, and they only had 2 ships visible anyway, because one of them was a no solution, and they went aggressive. So they would have flipped 3, but they only had 2 available. But now we're only going to be able to flip 2, potentially 3 if we go aggressive. So I'm not sure we want to do. I'm thinking we're probably better off just staying here in column A and going standard posture here. Ooh. Okay. This could be interesting. So we can leave the Michael out again. We're down to just 4 now. So I don't have a D4 handy, so I'll just do the 0 to 1 trick again, and we'll just re-roll if we get an 8 or a 9. Six. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's this one, which I don't know that we're able to encounter in the, where are we at? The South Philippine Sea. Let's have a look. Oh, we are. Nice. Okay, so we've got the AL Tamatsu Maru. Tamatsu, maybe? Something like that. All right, and then our second one is, of course it is. I think we got to unflip this, right? To have a decent chance of hitting that. Let's see what it is. Well, it's only a half, so maybe not. No, we'll take our chances with that. I'm just leery of, I know there's a diligent lurking under a red ball in that column B there. All right, just 2 TDC markers. Yeah, I think now that all these S boats are going away, I think the P's are the only ones left. Ooh, I just realized too, the pike there, did I do them? Because they're also a P boat. Hopefully I didn't mess them up. I think they're the only ones I'll need to watch for now for the lower tactical rating. I don't think there's any subs with a 3 tactical rating. I think they're all either 2 or 4. All right, what do we got? -2, sweet. All right, so 4.5 rounds up to 5. -2 is 3. We're a 4. Not great, but we can hit it on a 1 or less. Ooh, look at that. 2, I think, is not going to be enough, though. 8,000 tons. 2 becomes a 3 and only damages it. Dadgummit. For the counterattack, their half rounds up to 1. 1 red box, 3 for the war period. We have 2 defense, so they're going to be on the 3 to 4 row. Well, that might end our decision to re-attack here. That's going to spot us. Kind of afraid. Let's switch to cautious. We only have to reveal one of those. See if we can't get this thing down. flip that, but I think we may have to if we want a decent chance of, well, if we get another half, that will be no worse than what we have. Oh, and we did. Okay, we'll keep it. All right. 2 more TDC markers. Realize we're a little low on the camera shot there. Rather have those the other way around. He's a 3 plus 1, or 4 plus 1 is 5, but then minus 1 because he's damaged is 4. This becomes a minus 2 because it's a reattack round. So they're a 2. We're a 4. So we need a 2 or less. Hey, we got him. Excellent. So on their final patrol, S44 gets the AL Tamatsu Maru. 8,000 tons. Another one for the pile of shame. And 1 ship and 8,000 tons. All right, and we don't need to do an endurance check for them because they have to RTB. We will roll to see if they lose their spotted markers. They do not. I think I will. Looks like we got enough. I'll go ahead and double up the RTB marker there so we make sure we remember they're going back to Pearl. Be sent to training duty. And let's get 4 more of these for these guys up here. We'll do them like, I guess we needed 5. We'll do them like this so they're not stacking so high. More there. I don't think none of these were S's, right? Yeah. I think we got them all now. Flagged for withdrawal. Okay. Oh yeah, I was looking at the porpoise there. Those should be like that. All right. I think that's everybody. Make sure I didn't miss anyone else. Nope. Got everyone out of our bases and our tenders. So that's going to do it for this week. Let's get rid of our ultra area markers. Advance the week marker. We're coming up on to week 4 of March 44. We're at 584 ships sunk, totaling 2,629,000 tons. We've lost 75 subs now, and we're still at Wolfpack Experience 1. All right. That will do it for this episode of Silent War 2.0. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.